Hello and welcome back to some One Piece. I have a cough drop in my mouth. I'm just going to apologize up front, not for the cough drop, but because of the fact that I am currently coming off of a sickness. So I'm feeling a lot better, except for the fact that I'm still coughing quite a bit. In fact, it's, it's one of those things where like towards the end you're coughing the most a little bit. So if I'm coughing at all during this video, that's why, but these cough drops are helping a lot, so hopefully it won't be happening too much, but it's going to be a long video, so it's probably going to happen. Anyway, we're doing more One Piece today, episodes 538, 539, 540, and 541. I'm pretty sure that 542 is a filler episode of some sort. So as always with filler on this channel, if you don't know, I generally watch the filler off camera. And then I will come back in the video after that and tell you what I thought about the filler, if I thought anything about it. Sometimes I don't even watch the filler immediately and I watch it later, in which case you won't find out immediately what my thoughts were on it. But I think it's just a one episode filler, so it's I don't know too much about it. I just saw it on the filler list. Obviously I never look into like what the filler is going to be. Sometimes it'll just be like, oh, it's a alternate universe thing, or a super little chibi thing, or sometimes it's like, oh no, this is a episode where like this was implied in the manga but they showed it here or whatever. But generally if it's something that was like kind of it happened in the manga but we didn't see it, generally they call that anime canon, and that's normally like something I do watch on this channel. But I think this just straight up said it was filler, so I don't know what it's gonna be, but it doesn't really matter. Point is, if it's on the filler list, I generally don't watch it. So I am excited to jump into these episodes. I have been enjoying this arc. Like I have genuinely been enjoying it quite a bit. You know what? I think part of it is, when the more I think about it, is like if I try to think about, oh, what arcs did I enjoy but had like some sort of like complaints about that I could have about this arc and I'm not leveling at it. I think of like Impel Down, where like I really liked Impel Down, right? But at the same time, there were, I think you guys could see there were parts of like Impel Down around the middle where I was like, okay, can we like move this along? I'm getting a little, I feel like this is kind of going in circles a little bit, blah, blah, blah. And then but the end of Impel Down is fucking great, like really, really good. But like, what is there? What is the connection you can make? Well, a big connection is Impel Down had a lot fewer women in that arc, I think. And this is them on an island which has a lot of mermaids on it. So it's possible I am much more forgiving of the show when at least there's women on screen at some point. So that's my current theory. I don't know that for sure. Like that for sure is why I'm enjoying this arc more than I would expect to if I just like look at what happens on paper. But for now, I mean, as I think I said last video, like if there's something that is like emotionally attaching me to the arc, I enjoy it a lot more. And I really like Shirahoshi. I'm emotionally attached to her, so I think that's a big part of the reason that I'm having a great time here. But also, it's just, a fun little One Piece adventure. But yeah, anyway, it was getting pretty cool. There was some great stuff going on, so let's jump into these episodes. Make sure to support the video if you can. I'm a small channel, so please make sure to like the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, go to my Patreon account if you want early access and exclusive videos and full-length versions of these. You can get the next 20 or so episodes of One Piece on there right now. You can also join my YouTube membership down below to get 2 edited videos early, and a bunch of other cool benefits. And also, I don't mention this enough, but I have a channel called Jent Watches, which is like my main channel where I post reactions to everything else. So if you like my Jent Watches One Piece channel and you're not subscribed to my main channel, go over there and check it out. I'm sure there's stuff over there that you'll like. But thank you for listening to that whole spiel, and let's jump into episode 538 of One Piece. One Piece, woo! Okay, recap Rubik's. If you're new to this channel, this is a Rubik's Cube that I do while the recap is going on. I call it the Recap Rubik's, and my goal is to beat the recap. Solve the cube before the recap is done. And that is the cube complete. Alright. Ba 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 da. It's so satisfying. Yes, you do. Oh. Oh no. Shit. A bunch of fishmen with steroids. It's like fucking Space Jam. Oh, he's almost up. Shit, don't stop and turn back. Pulling him down. Nice. Oh man, he's probably... It's probably so difficult how long he's held his breath. Oh shit! Now get up, quick! Oh, thank goodness. Come on, Neptune, we need your help. Oh? Nice. Oh! Merman combat. Whoa! No! Shit! This reminds me of Whitebeard grabbing the air. Whoa! That's fucking sick. Alright, now Hordy's powering up. That makes sense. Oh, Zoro! Can't believe they dropped the fucking coral thing. Whale! Nice. Oh, Zoro. Poor Zoro is constantly having to fucking put up with holding his breath. Shit! Hordy's holding all of this back with one hand. Oh my god. Go get help. He's got a loyal army. Abandoned? They're following their king. Oh. Give him some air! They just thinking someone who died. His gimmick still makes me laugh. Oh shit. Shit. Okay. Yeah, I don't like this guy's 8 arms. Oh, that was Brooke's one. Cute. I need to pay attention to those. Oh. How are we seeing the tears if we're underwater? How is that working? Oh wait, are they in the bubble? They might be in the bubble. Yeah, they are in the bubble. Never mind. We brought the perfect woman. Ow! I like that she's not getting offended by the coward name anymore. Jinbei! Oh, fuck, I forgot about that. Yeah, a lot has happened. How did you not notice her? Oh no, oh no. I can practically see what they're setting up. Let's see. Oh my gosh. I don't think he's looked directly at her. Yeah, actually. Okay. You know what? He's back to just normal annoying Sanji, which is fine. Careful. What? Oh, you got a defender? Oh, nice. Luffy was ready for it. I love that. I love how prepared he was there. Aww. Quite the grave. It's a huge grave. Actually, I guess would she have been the same size as Shirahoshi? Oh. Nami! Yay! I'm glad. Okay, I'm glad we're getting filled in. Oh, the one time she leaves. Yeah, it's too late now. Well, that's nice. Hell yeah, it was. Yeah, it was probably you. Oh, oh, Nami. All of that trauma attributed to Jinbei. Shit. Oh, God. Oh, this is interesting. How is she actually gonna respond to this? Oh, it's really difficult, man, because, like, look, Jinbei's a pirate, and he, like, I'm sure has been fearsome, and I'm sure he has not had the perfect, honorable life. I guess it depends, like, how much of, like, who Arlong was and what he did was because of Jinbei, and how much of it is just Jinbei blaming himself because he was the reason they were there in the first place. But, like, you know, overall, sorry, I was rolling back into some clothes. Overall, you know, if Arlong was if Jinbei was the reason that Arlong was there, but Arlong still, you know, was still running amok on his own, then you know, that's not Jinbei's fault. Like, I don't think Jinbei is to blame for most, if not all, of the stuff Arlong did. because like Arlong was just like that. He was just an extremist, and you know, it's his decisions that caused all this stuff to happen. But I do want to hear what Arlong says. I mean, what Jinbei says. Ah, man, I guess I'm racist because I keep mixing up the names of the two fishmen. I want to hear what Jinbei says about it to see exactly what his involvement in it was. But I wonder how Nami's going to fully react to it, you know, because man, like, I didn't even think about us going down this road. I did want like Nami and Jinbei to talk, just like I want everyone to talk with Jinbei, but I honestly didn't even think about the connection with Arlong much, because because in my mind I wasn't even thinking of Jinbei's having like feeling responsible for Arlong in any way. So I thought, you know, Nami's not going to blame every fishman for the actions of Jinbei. I don't think. I doubt he would. She would, because I don't think Nami's that sort of person. And I think she would have gotten most of the right lessons out of what Arlong was doing, which is like Arlong was treating all humans the same because of what humans did to fishmen. Just as the same way that some people treat all fishmen the same because of what they anticipate the fishmen are going to do to them. So I would have thought, you know, Nami coming out from that, seeing that extremism, would have got the right lesson from that. And I think she did. But now we're actually being told, like, by Jinbei himself that he feels like he's directly connected to what happened. So how would she handle that, you know? Having someone stand in front of you and say, like, I might be the reason your mother died, you know? I might be the reason you went through all of this trauma as a child. I don't know. But I love Jinbei, and I want them all to respect him a lot, but it might take a bit. There might be a bit of a hurdle we have to jump over here. I don't know. I love how much Luffy's defending Shirahoshi though, in that like they were just having a regular conversation and then Luffy just like just saw, like, looked up and then immediately jumped into action and kicked it out of the way. I love that moment because like we as viewers, I don't even think they were making like giving a sound effect for the axe or whatever. Like we didn't hear like a and then see him jump in, you know? We just see Luffy jump in there when we don't notice anything and kicks it out of the way, which is a good way to illustrate to the viewer, like, Luffy is the right person to do this. He's got great instincts that we didn't even notice it coming and he did. And we have a more meta view on the situation. So that was very nice. Yeah, I'm honestly, I'm thinking about the Jinbei stuff again, so I'm really excited to get to the next episode and find out what happens there. So let's just do it. Let's just move on to the next episode. This is episode 539. Okay, recap Rubik's. Here we go. Okay, there's the first cube done. Let's try to do the second cube. Okay, nowhere near on the second cube. I thought that might have been a much longer recap than it was, but it wasn't. Really? I mean, I trust your instincts. Oh, you found it? No, don't cut away. That's really important. Cool. Use them as like life rafts. And we get Fukuboshi first, yep. Ikaros much. We have seen this guy before, right? I mean, other than last episode, I mean. What? Oh. Whose face is it? Oh my gosh. And then here's Hyozo. I do like Hyozo. I don't know why, but he's kind of cool. Whoa! That was pretty sick. Oh! Oh, he's surely gonna have a really cool battle with Zoro. Or Brook. Oh shit. It's like fucking Absalom 2.0. This is Zale. Is that like a camouflage ability, which is different than the clear fruit? That might just be he's just a camouflage animal, you know? There are a lot of them. Dosan. Oh yes, Fukaboshi. Oh, is the image of the queen? I just realized. Maybe that's what they're saying to step on. Yeah. Gotcha. Aww. So the mother... Was she human? She might have been human. And that's why they're saying they're human sympathizers. Oh god. God, after all this shit happening, the fact that this guy's going around as well is insane. Mm-hmm. Oh no. Oh. The way his fucking tongue waved like he was waving his hand. Oh. Awesome. Okay, let's have this talk properly. Oh my god, you have a giant cup for her. True. Okay. Yep. This is what I want. Be harsh with Jinbei, he'll respect it. Yeah, this was a long time ago, Jesus. Man, I really forgot he said that. That's respectable, Sanji. I wish Sanji was like this all the time. This is the best Sanji's been in ages. Like, this is great. Stand up for women. Be on their side. Believe women. Oh. You need to give us some explanations, Jinbei, I think. Oh, cool. Smash cut. I like that. This is Nami's one. Yay! Wow. We're seeing this scene again? This scene reanimated? Oh my god. It's fucking awful. Oh. Damn, man. Way to dip heavily into that backstory again. With some new scenes, I think. I think some of those scenes we hadn't seen before. Ah, true. I didn't make that connection. That's so obvious that I didn't pick up on it. I'll say. Yeah, it's hard to cure racism. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Really? Man, I miss Whitebeard. Isn't that very real? Okay. And Fisher Tiger. Yeah. That's pretty insane. Man, every time they talk about Fisher Tiger, he sounds pretty awesome. Yeah, it makes sense. You could always point to that radical group and go, well, you got these guys running around. They were both trying to save them in their own way. It makes sense. Wow, that was a full episode? I guess a lot of that episode was just going over Nami's backstory again. But look, Nami's backstory is one of the best in the show, in my opinion. And I mean, it felt like I think they reanimated it, especially since, I mean, back then the show was 4:3, so I think they would have had to. But I think they also added in some new scenes in there, and I mean, I don't mind it. It's Nami content on screen. I enjoyed it. But man, it did feel like a very short episode overall. So yeah, this whole idea of like Fisher Tiger and Queen Otohime both being both fighting for relations between fishmen and humans to be stronger, but in their own way. Like, Queen Otohime was almost trying to do it like the proper way. Like, she was trying to like slowly build up good relations over time and convince the masses and like try to make actual change in with the most legitimate methods that you could possibly have. While Fisher Tiger was probably the sort of guy who goes, okay, well, that's all well and good, but nothing's going to change unless we do something now. And there are people suffering right now. We don't have time to be slowly changing it. And in doing it, they were both sort of undermining each other's goals, but not because they necessarily would have disagreed with each other's goals. Like, not because they were enemies or anything, just because like they were going about the same goal in different ways. And so because of Fisher Tiger's actions, Queen Otohime would have been more difficult for her to tell people, hey, we like fishmen are just like humans and we're not dangerous and we want to be friends with you. And it's like, then, you know, the people on the like human rights activists groups would be like, well, then what about these fishmen pirates over here who are going and killing a bunch of humans and invading our places? Like, how can you say that fishmen are peaceful when you got a whole group of them over there doing horrible things? I mean, it's clear this is, you know, you can make so many parallels between this and real life, like so many. It's very on the nose, but it's nice. I do really enjoy the way Oda is writing this. And I mean, this episode in general, like the character writing in this episode, I found to be very good overall, because they're having a very reasonable conversation about like race relations and how, how much responsibility they have. Like in a point where Nami could just be like fueled with emotion and like screaming at Jinbei and, you know, getting incredibly upset and angry, but she's actually being extremely understanding and is like listening to him and trying to understand, you know, how he feels about the situation and why this happened and what led to this, which I think is so mature and awesome. And even Sanji was fucking great in this episode, where like he was being the Sanji that I want him to be, which is I want him to simp for women. I like him simping for women, but I like when he does it in this way, where he's still being cool Sanji, but he's like, you know, taking the aggressive side of a woman and saying like, look, if you fuck with her, if you make her upset, I am going to kill you. I am going, like, I don't care. I'm going to kill you right here and now if you do anything to Nami. And I like that side of him where because like it's still simping and it's still being, it's still like almost like still a flaw. It's still unbalanced. But like, regardless of that, it's at least really cool to watch and it's satisfying to watch. And I think also Nami appreciates that in a way, you know, like I think that's something that she's like, this is why we keep Sanji around. He's reliable in situations like this. So I thought that was great. Nami's response was great. Jinbei was great. I mean, all of this is so good. So I can't wait to move on to the next episode. Let's just bloody do it. Watch the next episode and see how this conversation progresses. This is episode 540 of One Piece. Here we go. It's me, sunshine. Okay, recap Rubik's. Here we go. Okay, I mean, I'm basically done this. There you go, see? Done. Woo! Okay, just gonna straight up get some backstory. She's listening. It's okay, no one is in danger on this island or anything. 16 years ago. Oh god. Oh, Otohime? Okay. Well, I think she's just a human. It looks like she's just walking with legs, but it's hard to tell. Oh shit. Holy shit, that's awesome. Damn! Oh, you got bitch slapped! Damn, what a cool design. Goldfish mermaid. Oh, so she is a mermaid? I was wrong then. I thought maybe she might have like secretly been a human, you know? I really like her design. Damn, she slaps the fuck out of people. Aww. But she's doing this like... Yeah, she's doing it out of respect for you, my man. Aww. God, she's awesome. No wonder she deserved a huge grave. Oh, now we see where Shirahoshi got her crying. Between her and King Neptune, this place has some great leaders. Yes, she's right. I like that she empathizes with him, but also tells him off. She leaves, the criminal goes off with a smile. I love her. I really love her. Oh my god. Oh my god. That one dude's like, are you serious? That was touching? Aww. That makes a lot of sense. Damn, she was going hard on this. It's probably very nerve-wracking for a lot of people. I can understand why they're hesitant. Oh, she's so respectable. It's hard to change everyone's minds like that, but you're slowly getting to people. Cute. And shirahoshi. Aww. She's still crying. I mean, obviously she's a kid back then, like a very small kid. Small as in young. Don't slap shirahoshi. Aw, and they're very protective brothers. I thought she was using observation haki before. They were showing Noah when he said that. Well, what do you want? Dude, you have 6 teeth. Man, Jinbei is pretty fucking badass. Whoa, his eyes are pretty crazy right now. That's what I was saying. Okay. Damn, Arlong. Oh god. Yeah, come on, Jinbei. Good. He has no care in the situation, but at least he's doing the right thing. Oh? Fisher Tiger's here? Oh, I've wanted to see him. And they both love him. Everyone loved Fisher Tiger. He looks awesome. It sounds weird hearing Arlong talk to him like he's a little brother, you know? So weird to see Arlong be like, I don't know, vulnerable. So he came to tell them before he did it. So I saw humans is all he said. Wow. Like he means like I saw humans for who they really are. Yeah. Aww. So Boa Hancock and his sisters. Yep. Yep, you all got the same brand. Damn, what the fuck? What's happening, man? These episodes are speeding by. Like I feel like I just clicked play on that episode and I was like drawn into it. That was really good. I really like this backstory quite a lot. I'm not thinking at all about like, oh, I can't wait for this backstory to be over or whatever. Like I'm just really enjoying it. I think it's great. Wow, yeah, so firstly, Otohime, I love her. I absolutely love her. She has she has that crybaby emotional thing that I was talking about a few videos ago that I really love in characters. And she's, you know, fighting the good fight. She's being super empathetic. And I really love the idea of like like that's the perfect opening scene to show her in, is someone who is committing a robbery and hostage situation or whatever, and she's able to stop him, but also like is empathizing with him and trying to understand why he does that, and like apologizing to him for the fact that he felt like he was forced to do that, but also not letting him off the hook for it as well. It's perfect, and it's exactly like everything that was happening in that scene is like my moral compass being shown on screen, I feel like, because I'm a person who like I am all about like redemption and understanding people, and I don't think anyone necessarily is like inherently evil and could not change, you know, like even people who are like that I think are like pretty horrible people, like who's someone that I can say that most people would get why I'm saying that. Someone like J.K. Rowling, right? Who, like, J.K. Rowling has just gotten worse and worse over the years, and right now she's like this horrible, bitter old transphobe, like disgusting person who's saying horrible, incendiary shit that's hurting a lot of people and setting a lot of social movements back by quite a lot, because she can't shut her mouth, and she is like disparaging entire groups of people, and she's just like incredibly stupid. So like that's the sort of person who it's like, okay, this woman is like truly, you know, screwed up. She's so harmful, such a harmful woman. But even though it like that sort of thing makes me, I mean, as you can see from my speech there, like I find that sort of person so hateful and awful. But at the same time, I don't believe anyone is beyond redemption, essentially. So it's possible that in like 20 years time or whatever, she'd look back, assuming she's still alive, would look back on it and go like, oh my god, I was so wrong about all of that. And maybe she could actually, you know, change. I feel like anyone can. Like, even being that, you know, that deep in, she's dug herself such a deep hole that it feels like she wouldn't be able to get out of it. But maybe at some point she would be able to. And like my belief system is, I think we should allow that to happen, but that doesn't mean we forgive the crimes. So in this situation, this guy, this guy, you know, still committed the crime, and by the end of it, he was still being taken away in handcuffs, you know, like he still is going to have punishment for his actions and is going away. But like at the very least, we allowed ourselves to understand him and understand what caused this problem, and like hopefully work to mend that in the future. And I think that's really important for us as a society, to not just be acting on like, well, you did a bad thing, therefore you're evil, therefore it doesn't matter what happens to you. Like, I don't think we should throw people away. And I really like this because it, you know, it showed his reasoning for doing it was like, you know, his store burned down or whatever. He felt desperate. He didn't know what else to do. And she said like, I understand. I'm so sorry that happened to you, but you can't do that, because then you know, you're continuing this cycle of horrible shit. And none of us are ever going to be safe if we keep going down this road further and further. So we have to stop you from acting out like this. But I understand, and I know that, you know, that you had a reason for doing this, and it stems from these greater problems which we should still continue to work to solve. And I think that's great, and I think it's also like a good comment on sort of real life issues in such a way that I'm not entirely educated enough to speak on, but there is like a thing of like, you know, in poorer communities, in like poorer marginalized communities especially, tends to be like a lot of crime, and so it's like sometimes people disparage the poorer communities because, you know, well, why are they doing so much crime and blah 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 blah, and it's like, but that's a symptom of these greater issues that are happening, and it's like the system is keeping them down and blah blah blah. It doesn't mean like the crimes are excusable. It doesn't mean we shouldn't prosecute the crimes necessarily, but we should be working. There's better ways to working to fix that than by demonizing these people, you know? But go watch some political YouTubers instead of listening to me talk about that, because I'm not articulate enough to be able to debate these points perfectly. So I really love Otohime. I think she's such a great character, and she uses observation haki, which is cool because it's like she's not only does she have like something to defend herself with, but because of her observation haki, she like hears the cries of people deeper. Like she empathizes with people so much more. I mean, think back to Kobe being on the battlefield when his observation haki kicks in, and he's just like hearing all the screams and suffering, and it's driving him crazy. Otohime has that, where she's hearing all the suffering of her people, and she's trying to work to fix it. I really enjoy that a lot, and I also like her saying, like, look, they see us fishermen and stuff, and they see like we have a different skin color, we act different, we are like strong and scary. It's difficult for humans to like get us. So what we need to do is move closer so that they understand us. And that's a really difficult thing to pitch to people. Whether or not it would work, I don't know. But she's right in that, like, in the idea of sometimes people do need to understand you. A lot of people are afraid of the unknown. And sometimes a lot of, like, sexism, racism, homophobia, transphobia comes from a place of ignorance, of not understanding people properly and not knowing people, you know? I care a lot about a lot of these issues that I talk about in these videos, not to like educate you guys, but because I'm relating my experiences and other people's experiences to this show. I mean, this show, I feel like, you know, I feel like my viewers of this show and viewers of these sorts of reactions are probably going to be sort of on this same side, because these are clearly the themes that the show is touching on. But yeah, like a lot of these places come from places of ignorance and not knowing people. I, like, you know, I've got like a mother and a sister that I've seen be, you know, affected by stuff like sexism, and I've got a lot of LGBT friends. Like a lot of my main friendship groups are like filled with LGBT people, like 60%. And I see, you know, them suffer a lot of homophobia and transphobia, like a lot, you know, especially my trans friends experience so much transphobia, and it's like truly disgusting, which is why people like J.K. Rowling especially, you know, get on my nerves, because it's so incredibly harmful. And you know, my father is a brown man, and you know, like other people of color that I know, where I see them experience racism. So it's like there are a lot of issues that I see around me. Luckily, I am you know, a white man at the very least. I look very white, because I mostly am. My mother's very white, and I'm a, you know, straight white man. It's like I don't experience much discrimination myself, which is very lucky for me. But I see it happening to other people around me, and that, like, I really care about that, because they're people that I really care about. Because of that, you know, it's something I think I can empathize with in this show. Some other people don't have, like, you know, people of color around them, or they don't have many people that they know that are in the LGBTQ community, you know? And so they don't know those people, and they just see them online or see people talking about them. I feel like those sorts of people are more likely to be hateful towards those groups because they don't know anyone in them. And so they have this like othering feeling to them, where they don't attach a human value to them. Instead, they're just attaching like buzzwords that they see, or they're attaching the worst of it that they might see online, stuff like that. And it's like, it's really sad, but that's like a big part of where hate comes from sometimes, is it comes from a place of ignorance. So I think Otohime in this sort of situation is right when she says, like, if we move close, like, we're so far away from everyone that they don't know who we are. All they hear is propaganda about us. If we were living among humans, they would understand us more. They would start to see more of us and get to know us. I mean, like, imagine people who know Tom in Water 7. Like, I feel like a lot of people aren't going to be like, in a lot of people in Water 7 who are major part of the community wouldn't be like, fishmen are horrible, disgusting things, and I hate them, and they're just gonna kill us all one day, because they all know Tom, and they know Tom's a fucking incredible dude. And so how could they think that all fishmen are horrible when they've, you know, they have this incredible pillar of the community who is a fishman working very hard. And so, you know, that's all it takes sometimes for them to know some people in that same situation. So so she's on the right track, but again, you can't cure racism, or maybe you can, but we haven't figured out a way to do it yet. So it's not an easy task she's taking on there. I respect the hell out of it, but maybe Fisher Tiger is right, where you have to just take action, otherwise more people are going to suffer. As was said last episode, I think it's kind of impossible to tell who's right and who's wrong in this situation, whether like Fisher Tiger's way to go about it is the right way, or Otohime's way to go about it is the right way. I don't know. Nobody knows. How could we possibly know? But the point is, they're both going about it their own way, and I think that's super interesting. This is really well written. Let's move on to the last episode of this video. That is episode 541. Here we go. Teach me sunshine. Okay, recap Rubik's. Okay, the thing's coming up, but it's okay because I finished the cube. Ta-da! 15 years ago. Okay, so 1 year later. Damn, I could hear the scream from his soul. Oh shit, you're getting called out. Strange numbers to choose. Oh man, she was fighting an uphill battle the whole time. It was young Hordy Jones. Damn, this is quite the crew. The Sun Pirates must have been fucking strong. Oh my god. That's pretty terrifying. How fast they are through the water. Damn, man. Oh! Fuck. No! Damn. It's kind of interesting, like, rooting for Arlong a little bit, you know, in fights like this. You guys are only fishmen. Oh, God. Oh, God. Like, you should just be obedient. I really like the way Oda is riding this arc. That's fucking awesome. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't see your mark anywhere. Oh, Fisher Tiger was awesome. Arlong's still pretty brutal. Oh, there's this weapon! Surely Fisher Tiger stops him, yeah? Or tries to, but I guess doesn't. Oh man. So it seems like Fisher Tiger got through more to Jinbei than he did to Arlong. If you kill somebody, it's your loss. Yeah. He was a good captain. I love him. Yeah, a little bit. But it's not. I feel like Otohime would. I think she does understand. She heard the screaming from your soul, although Arlong would also have a screaming from his soul, I guess. But there is definitely a difference between you and Arlong. Damn. Nice. So overbearing. Okay. There's a mark, yep. Koala. I feel like I've heard people talk about a character named Koala. Oh no! Oh my god! Fuck you, Arlong. Oh. 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 Oh, Koala. Jesus. Jesus. That's horrifying. That's so brave. Oh my god. Just treat her with love. Oh god. I mean, he's doing that for her sake. Like, it's fucked up, it's extremely painful. But so that she doesn't get recognized as a slave. Yeah. Smiling immediately. Oh, someone hug her! Hachi, hug her with all your arms. Oh. It's okay to cry. Oh my god. Oh. This is amazing. Is she crying? Oh. Oh, this is fucking great. Oh. I love that. I love that. What an unexpectedly great episode. Holy shit. In such a short time, they did like that Koala story incredibly well. In such a short time. Wow. Oh. I love Fisher Tiger, man. I love him. Oh, he's a top tier character. Oh. Man. These episodes are like making this arc right now. Like they are really making the Fishman Island arc like great, you know? I'm so impressed with this backstory. Oh, that, like, it's so heartbreaking watching her being on the ship and cleaning and scrubbing, being used to being a slave, and also just saying, like, maybe if I keep scrubbing, you won't kill me. And, like, look, I'm not crying. no matter what happens, I'm not crying. See, like she's trying to show off that, like, obviously she has been mistreated for crying in the past, and is trying to show, like, look, I'm strong. I'm a strong person, so, like, I'm not gonna annoy you by crying, which is so incredibly heartbreaking. But, like, man, Fisher Tiger going up to her and grabbing her by the shoulder and going, "It's okay to cry," is, I love that. Like, as if I started this episode here already loving him, and by the end of this episode, he's shot up the rankings even more to one of my favorite characters. Like, certainly one of my favorite characters of this arc. One of my favorite characters in the show, maybe. You know, he's getting up there. He's so good. I've heard the name Koala before. I think I heard at some point one of my friends mention the name Koala in relation to One Piece at some point. But I obviously don't know what they were saying about Koala, because generally I just say, like, oh, just don't tell me anything, because I'm trying to stay as blind as possible. But, you know, I don't mind too much if someone says the name of a character, like, oh, have you met Koala yet, or something. But I don't know this character. I don't think we've met her in the show yet. But it makes me think, since I've heard someone talking about it outside of the show, and they've started to set her up inside of this show, we might actually get her as, like, a proper character. Maybe not in this arc, but maybe later. I feel like if she was going to be a proper character in this arc, we would have already seen her at this point, maybe. So I feel like maybe next arc or the arc after that, like, we're going to actually see, Koala pop up somewhere in the modern day. Maybe. I don't know. But if we do, like, that's going to be great, because we already have some backstory from her. So I'm already going to be attached to her. Oh, I loved that. I really, really loved that. Yeah, Sun Pirates were cool. That was a strong crew. And I mean, it's interesting, like, watching this backstory, and I'm like, I understand kind of Arlong, you know, and I'm empathizing a little bit with him, but he's still, like, they're still going strong with his extremist views and how much of a scumbag he is. And that's also, you know, it's reigniting my hate for Arlong at the same time. Where, like, as soon as he struck Koala in this episode, like, him killing humans was bad, but I was just like, oh, that's classic Arlong, what a dick, you know. But then as soon as he strikes Koala, I'm like, oh, fuck, no. I'm not having that. So yeah, like, that, it's just, like, reigniting my annoyance. But I might have to go and rewatch the Arlong Park arc just to watch his nose get broken, just to satisfy me. But yeah, anyway, what a great episode. What a great set of episodes this was. These were probably the best episodes of the whole arc so far. Really amazing. So thank you for joining me. Make sure to support this video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos. You can get the next 20 episodes on there right now, or you can join my pirate crew down below. I just want to thank some people. I want to thank Sundor, Doki Doki, Franco L, Paul Clark, FCC Views, Can Rotary Life, Nithil KS, Revenge Isn't There, If Rigby, Ashtosh Verma, Kenneth Lingdo, S. Zellian, Joao Francisco, Sudin Raji, Gerard Soler Garcia, MF Jose Cantoriano, Simon Bagan, and Cappy, all for supporting me and being part of the YouTube community at the time I'm recording this video. Those are the names that I have right now. But thank you for joining me, and I hope some others can join either my Patreon or my YouTube membership and show your support and get some extra content. But thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.